Hello there, Gemini, Gemini Rising, and of course all of you Gemini Moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting January 27th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, on Monday, we've got a beautiful aspect with Venus conjunct Neptune. Venus, the planet of harmony, love, affection, favor, and popularity. And Neptune, the planet of wish fulfillment, the clearing or creation of dreams, illusions, mists, and fantasies in your 10th house of career. And there seems to be a wonderful gift in the offering for a lot of you when it comes to your work, how you make your mark on the world. Now remember, when it comes to Venus conjunct Neptune, how you make your mark on the world is possibly going to increase in value, monetary value, how you serve other people, your rank, your social prominence, and it's a gift that I feel, the best way to describe it, it's a gift of grace in a lot of cases, because you might not necessarily feel like this is something that you are owed or that you are due. I mean, sure, there might be some Geminis out there who might feel entitled, but this is, to me, feels almost so much more than that. Even if you did have that, you might be, pleasantly surprised. Because with Venus conjunct Neptune, somebody is giving us a chance at, in essence, promoting ourselves, officially or unofficially. There's a gift that we give and receive that is actually going to create possibly a permanent change in the way that we're actually making our mark on the world, earning that wealth if it is something that we're making for profit, and of course increasing our popularity at the same time. And this is something that carries over even into Tuesday as well. However, Tuesday and Wednesday, there seems to be a little bit of stress that involved as well. Okay, because with Mars, we've got some aggression going on. Mars, the planet of action, passion, and energy, in your 7th house of partnerships and your closest one-on-one relationships, that's your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, your roommate, all the people you spend your closest one-on-one time with, is in a tight square to Neptune in that 10th house of career. And what can sometimes happen here is that a certain commitment has to be rearranged in order to accommodate a shift that you wish to make when it comes to your career, your social prominence, and how you make your mark on the world. But it may not necessarily feel easy for everyone involved. It may not be something that everyone can adjust to. I feel like Mars is really playing a lot of defense this week, and you may be finding that, yes, this is a week where possibly business partners, maybe romantic partners, or even people that we consider to be close work friends, or maybe not even people, but commitments that we have to certain entities in certain ways, right? Business entities, customers, things like that are being challenged by this opportunity for a move, or perhaps a need that we have to answer on their part is kind of making it tough for us to enjoy the cake we've just been given. Now, the good news is that with that square, there's always a cure with the square. The challenge is always making sure that we can accommodate the needs of both and transition at the same time. Okay, so a lot of you are going to be finding Tuesday and Wednesday, you've almost got too much a bit on your plate, but at the same time, don't let anyone try to stop you or convince you it's not the right time for you to be moving forward from that Venus conjunct Neptune energy. Even if you feel like you've got a backlog of responsibilities to other people, Mars will definitely be reminding you of that because he tends to pester when he needs to. You're going to be finding that there is still a way to, again, have your cake and eat it too. We just might need to put the cake in the fridge and have it later this week. When it comes to your cards, again, we'll get to that in a minute. I do want to remind everyone who's on Patreon, your monthly astrology horoscopes for February are up, so you might want to check that out this weekend. And also, if you're ever looking for videos or any kind of I've got videos answering a lot of frequently asked questions, and it's really hard for me to, go through and answer all comments everywhere. I am manning all desks by myself when it comes to this. I am, I don't have a crew. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. It's really a one-man show, at least at the time of making this video. So if you're curious about what videos should you watch for your sign, or what does it mean when you see reversed cards, or anything along those lines, please check the down bar below. I've got answers to questions you're asking. I've got answers to questions you're not asking. I'm going to teach you, right? I'm all about giving an informative experience. It'll teach you about how this works, and a lot of them will apply to all kinds of other content as well, okay? So just give yourself a night to binge if you want. So what's going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual themes this week, we do have the Temperance card reversed, which again does kind of carry that air of things kind of coming apart, but things coming apart that maybe don't belong together anymore. And I feel like in a lot of cases with the Temperance card reversed, we have a situation where, again, something that is overwhelmingly positive for you that can be yours is just not compatible with the space that you're keeping for other priorities or other obligations. And so with the Temperance card reversed, we're doing kind of an unraveling, we're doing a bit of an unpeeling and a detaching, it looks like, this week. In fact, with the influx, the energy theme here of what's coming in and affecting all areas of your life, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You know, we are dropping. We're dropping a lot of maybe old stories, old priorities, or old burdens we've been carrying on our back. And also, again, pulling back our energies from things that are just not having the payoff. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we are backing out of a dead end or turning around in a cul-de-sac. We are no longer trying to spend any more time in that area or trying to make something work that is absolutely just showing that it's hit its peak. And there's going to be sort of a weird sense of victory and melancholy at the same time, because maybe there's something that we didn't want to be true that we find out is true, but yet at the same time, a better alternative, an upgrade, and an update is also in the offering, I'm feeling, with this card. In fact, with the outflux, we actually have, with the Three of Swords reversed, again, getting rid of that energy of looking the other way, hoping against hope. Again, with the Three of Swords reversed, in a lot of cases, people might actually be choosing to overlook too much. People might actually be attempting to not see what is right in front of them, or to believe it's something other than what is truly there. And with the outflux of that, people are starting not to be so self-deceptive. They're not kidding themselves anymore, and they're also being more honest with you. And because we're having this chance for this great big turnaround, a lot of you Gemini people are going to be finding that not only is there a profound sense of freedom in this, but again, we are also restoring trust, because sometimes people who kid themselves are not above trying to kid us. And so it's not necessarily always a nice thing to think about, but you can't always put all of your trust in somebody who won't even tell themselves the truth. And with the outflux of the Three of Swords in reverse, the good news is people are dropping these habits. They are letting go of those kinds of preoccupations, or again, those attempts at self-deception and outward deception. And so it's a good week to get everything back on the right track. When it comes to your material concerns, getting down to your everyday mundane bottom row here, we've got the Death card upright, and again we see a natural transition away from maybe a material concern or a professional concern that you've had to carry for far too long. What I like about this card is that it fits almost just too perfectly with the Temperance card reversed and the Venus conjunct Neptune, because the Death card upright is the end of a cycle. It could be the end of a cycle of a job hunt. If it's the end of a job hunt, well, that could imply that we found the right one. It could be the end of a feeling of stuckness. There is a relief here. Remember, death is an ending that we see coming. It might even be an ending that we want. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not showing up, in a way that is horrifying or scary or anything along those lines. It's a gentle, it's a graceful ease into a new chapter. And it does look like with the Death card upright, this could even be, again, a purging and a clearing of something that has got you stuck to it. and this could be a transition away, again, from a certain way of working, a certain professional status quo that you are used to doing, something that's been kind of a bit ho-hum, or just something that's been copy and paste for too long. It could be a transition away as well from even a living situation, or maybe a financial situation that you, whether you know it or not, you are better off escaping. When we get to the external, your friends and your relatives and other people, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, and it does look like a lot of you are getting a chance to actually maybe recover some kind of friendship or social connection that has been actually maybe a little on the rocks, a bit distant, or maybe even something that was hanging by a thread. Because I'm seeing there's something being given an extra shot. There's something being given a second chance this week. And for a lot of you, this could absolutely indicate, yeah, some of you may be thinking about reconnecting with friends that we even had falling outs with, in the past. And we're giving it a chance to revive itself. The Ten of Swords reversed can sometimes indicate something getting brought back from the brink. It almost went over the edge, but now it's not. And so when it comes to friendships and family relationships, this could almost feel like that connection is getting bailed out if it's happening right now, if it's something that we've been dealing with for the last few weeks, or quite possibly even something that has just sort of been a norm is getting its second chance or its real chance to be the friendship or the relationship that it should be. On the relationship front, when it comes to romance, we have the Six of Cups upright. And a lot of you Gemini people are getting a chance to kind of have a relationship or maybe a relationship sensibility emerge that really speaks to your younger self. And this could be something that you and a partner decide to enact, maybe going back to a happier time or a happier era in your relationship or in your marriage, or quite possibly for those of you who are single and looking, maybe even getting chances with an old crush, an old flame, or going back to revisit and find chances at love that again almost speak to an older iteration of yourself. What I like about the Six of Cups upright is there is this focus on a sweetness here. Sort of, it's almost like getting a nutrient you've been deprived of, whether you did it to yourself or maybe it just was, a circumstantial deprivation. Rambo is snoring in the corner. I don't know if you can hear that. There it is. I don't know if it's circumstantial or if it's something that, again, for whatever reason, sometimes we accidentally grow out of something. We stop eating something that's actually good for us. And so we transition now into a space where we're getting that back. So it looks like a wonderful social week as well as a wonderful professional week. Just mind yourself. It's going to require you to also let go of a lot of things that you might feel are half done that are really totally done. So that's your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session, just go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.